Hello YouTube, I'm David Boucher and welcome to day 43 of my 6-month life transformation chronicle. As you can tell, it's a little cooler here. The weather in Houston can go from hot to cold and back very quickly, and today's one of those colder days. But I hope your week has started well, that it's comfortable where you are, and that you've gotten you've made some good progress on your personal ventures, professional ventures, and of course, keeping going on your goals for 2018. In terms of what I've been doing, as I said yesterday, it's all about following up on leads this week. So I followed up on one this morning. I had a catch-up call with someone who I met as a result of the article being published, which is usual. I put the link to that article in the comment or the description box rather. So he and I have kind of a running cadence of conversations, which is fun. And I've been invited out for coffee today with 2 acquaintances that I haven't spoken to in a while. So it's always fun to reconnect, and of course, you never know where that goes. That's not the point of the video today, though. I've mentioned a couple times in past videos that I do believe in helping people, not just because I believe that the universe will pay you back, hopefully, but I think also it's good for 2 reasons. The first one is that it keeps you humble. So if someone's asking you for something that you have, so say a job, that should make you grateful that you have a job. I also think it's just good for the future because it reminds you that whatever you have now, you might not have later. So just like a job. And so if you expect to be asking connections in your network for help later on, you should be willing to do that for those same people or someone else that asks you right now. So I had probably a couple weeks back, so maybe second week or third week that I launched myself into this own journey of mine. I received a message over my undergraduate university's internal system. So Rice University has a system that allows alumni and current students to keep in touch with each other. And so I got a message from someone who graduated with a master's in material science, and their main problem was that they weren't getting jobs, a lot of which were posted as mechanical engineering. And apparently companies would not consider material science students for these mechanical engineering positions. So I replied to him and said, well, I'm not doing consulting or engineering anymore. Here's the article and you can read them, sort of doing my own thing. And he said, that's fine, I still would like to talk to you. So we talked, and I asked him a couple questions, and I said, how many jobs have you applied to? So he goes, 200 jobs online. Now I'll pause here and I'll say that everything I've heard says that you're looking at maybe 10% of applications to interviews. So he might have gotten maybe 20 interviews out of that, and I think he'd gotten 10. And then of those 10%, you can expect maybe 1% to turn into an actual job offer. So not scientific, I've just sort of pieced those statistics together, but it's low, right? And so I went through the questions and I said, how many of you applied to? How many of your classmates are applying to other jobs versus grad school? How are they doing? Have you talked to your professors? I was trying to get a feel for what he'd done. And it seemed to me like he just wasn't networking enough. He was relying too much on the applications rather than a personal connection, because we all know that the job posting might say one thing relative to your resume, but if you have one person in the company going to bat for you, it can make a world of difference. So I just said, hey, maybe try networking at these industry events that we looked up, and just see where that goes. Well, I'm happy to report back that this was the note I got back from him yesterday. So I'm going to read from the email. He goes, this is the student from Rice, and I finally accepted the offer from this big engineering company for the metallurgist position. It is my pleasure to meet you. You have given me a lot of help and advice as a Rice alumnus. This helpful information is precious for me, not only for my job search, but also in my career path in the future. I really love Rice University. I believe that going to Rice is one of the best decisions of my life. Rice alumni are always willing to help others, and I will definitely help people without hesitation, just like you helped me. The Rice community is large, great, successful, and friendly. Thank you so much again, and keep in touch on LinkedIn. There's not really much I can say beyond that. It was an application, so I followed up afterwards and asked him, was this through networking or an application? And he said, no, this was through an application. So I can't directly take credit for him having this. It wasn't as if he'd gone and met someone who'd gotten him a job, but it was still really kind to get that note, and it makes me hopeful that A, things will work out for me, and B, that the universe is good, and that if you do a good deed, people will see that, and hopefully things work out afterwards. So My apologies for the slightly longer video, but as you can tell, it was for a good reason. And I look forward to catching up with you guys tomorrow for day 44, and hope that you have a great productive rest of the day working on your professional endeavors and towards your goals for 2018. So thank you so much, and I will talk to you tomorrow.